Benguet is a landlocked province of the Philippines in the Cordillera Administrative Region in the island of Luzon. Its capital is Trinidad and borders, clockwise from the south, the provinces of Pangasinan, La Union, Ilocos Sur, Mountain Province, Ifugao, and Nueva Vizcaya. The province is known as the Salad Bowl of the Philippines, because of its huge production of highland vegetables. Ifugao City, a popular tourist destination in the country, is located in the interior of Benguet. However, the city is independent of the province. History: the mountainous area now covered by Benguet has been settled for millennia by several peoples collectively known as the beŋɡets. Two of these groups, the Ibaloi and the Cancanlay, are dominant ethno-linguistic groups of the area. In the pre-conquest period, these tribes enjoyed flourishing trade with lowland groups immediately to their west and south, such as the Ilocano and the Pangasinans. Spanish period: at the beginning of the Spanish era, colonizers heard of the rich gold mines in the mountains, attempted to colonize the highlands, but failed. In 1572, Juan de Salcedo led a small expedition into the southern part of Benguet, but the natives forced them to retreat. The first major expedition into the mountains occurred in 1620, when Spanish explorers went into the La Trinidad Valley and briefly controlled some beŋɡget gold mines, and later abandoned after a few years. In the 1800s, Spanish colonizers made more serious attempts such as expeditions under Colonel Guillermo Galvez and succeeded in establishing a presence in the La Trinidad Valley, named after Galvez's wife. This area later became a district of the new province of La Union in 1846. 8 years later, in 1854, Benguet became a separate commandancia politico-militar. Parts of the present province were established as component territories of other comandancias such as Lepanto and Ambarayan. American period: when the Americans took control of the Philippines, they established local civil governments in many parts of the country. American civilian government was established in Benguet on November 23, 1900 by virtue of Act No. 48, with Canadian journalist H.P. Whitemarsh appointed as the province's first governor. When Benguet was converted into a chartered city in 1909, Barrio Tuba was separated from the city and incorporated into the township of Twin Peaks. The Americans then established Mountain Province on August 18, 1908, with the enactment of Act No. 1876. Benguet, along with Ambarayan, Apay, Bontoc, Ifugao, Kalinga, and Lepanto, became sub-provinces of this new province. Later on, the township of Benguet was abolished upon its conversion into a chartered city in 1909. Then in 1920, Benguet absorbed the sub-provinces of Ambarayan and Lepanto. In the 1930s, mining companies started operating in the gold deposits in the province. This brought jobs, and many lowlanders migrated to Benguet, especially in towns surrounding the mines, such as Itocan, Mancayan and Tuba. World War II: during World War II, beŋɡget guerrillas and the combined Filipino and American forces fought Japanese soldiers during the final days of the war in 1945. Post-war era: on June 18, 1966, the huge mountain province was split into 4 provinces with the enactment of Republic Act No. 4695. The 4 provinces were Benguet, Mountain Province, Kalinga, Apay and Ifugao. Benguet became one of the provinces of the Ilocos region. On July 15, 1987, the Cordillera Administrative Region was established by President Corazon Aquino through Executive Order 220. And Benguet was made one of its provinces. Demographics: in the May 2000 census, Benguet had a total population of 330,129. This figure is up by 16,296 from 313,833 persons recorded in the 1995 census, giving an annual growth rate of 1.09% during the 5-year period March. Much lower than the national average of 2.43%. The province registered at 63,123 households, an increase of 4,588 households over the 1990 figure. This gave an average household size of 5.2 persons, a little higher than the national average of 4.99. At the 2010 census, the population excluding the independent Baguio City was 403,944, which makes it the most populous province in the region. If Baguio City is included, the population is 772,620. Inhabitants. The native inhabitants of Benguet province comprise three ethnic groups. Cancanes dominate the northwestern municipalities of the province, Ibalois are concentrated on the southeast, and Colonias are mostly found in the east. Migrants from lowland provinces have fused with the local populace to form a melting pot in some areas. According to the 2000 Philippine census, Cancanes comprised 43% of the entire provincial household population at the time, while 29.2% were identified as Ibalois. Resident lowland ethnic groups included Ilocano at 13.4%, Icalahan at 3.7% and Tagalog at 2.4%. Languages. Benguet residents generally speak their own languages in addition to Ilocano, Tagalog, and English, which are used for trade and commerce. The Ibaloi tribe speak Ibaloi, which is similar to Pangasinan, while the Cancanes have their eponymous language, which is related to the Bontoc language. The SIL Ethnologue database, 1, classifies the languages under the South-Central Cordilleran branch. Nabaloi is part of the Southern Cordilleran branch which also includes Pangasinans. The Cancanes language is under the Central Cordilleran branch, which also includes Bontoc and Ifugao. Subdivisions, municipalities. Benguet is subdivided into 13 municipalities, and some of these municipalities surround Baguio City. Baguio City used to be part of the province but became independent when the city's charter was enacted in 1909. However, for statistical and geographic convenience, Baguio City is informally considered a part of Benguet, especially in census data or when the city is chosen as a location for Benguet provincial offices for convenience and practicality. Barangays. The 13 municipalities of the province comprise a total of 140 barangays, with Pico in La Trinidad as the most populous in 2010, and Anchoqui in Cagayan is the least. Economy. Agriculture, mining, and tourism are the major industries in Benguet. Because of its temperate climate and high altitude, Benguet is an ideal place for producing vegetables. Benguet is often called the salad bowl of the Philippines. The La Trinidad Vegetable Trading Post in the municipality of La Trinidad serves as the hub of vegetable trading in the province, attracting farmers, merchants and traders from the local community and the Philippines' different provinces. Major crops produced include potatoes, baguio beans, peas, strawberries, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, and carrots. Horticulture and floriculture are practiced in the province. The province supplies flowers to the different municipalities, including Baguio City. Apisang, a plant endemic to the Philippines, is grown in the municipalities of Kapampangan and Kaibungan as a potential alternative source of fuel and energy, rivaling the Jatrafare biofuel plant. Other agricultural-related activities are mango processing, fruit preservation, peanut brittle manufacturing, broom making and basket weaving. The province suffers from crop damage resulting from seasonal frost during the cold months of December to March, especially in high-altitude towns such as Atc, Baguias, Mancayan and Kaibungan. On February 2007, Benguet suffered crop damage due to freezing temperatures in the area, reaching as low as 7 Celsius and even lower in some areas, and important crops like cabbages were damaged. Mining is a major industry in Benguet, which is one of the country's leading gold producers. The Benguet Corporation, the first and oldest mining company in the Philippines, has been extracting gold, copper and chromite tokens since August 12, 1903. Other mineral deposits are silver, copper, pyrite, and limestone. Silversmithing is a large industry in Benguet, and many entrepreneurs sell silver works at lower prices in Baguio City, compared to Manila. In 2006 alone, revenues from mining reached a stunning 4 billion pesos, and yet this figure comes from just two Lepanto Consolidated Mining Corporation and Philex Mines of the many mining firms operating in the province. Nevertheless, The province's mining vigor has never translated into better quality of life of the Benguet people, simply because a bulk of the mining firms' taxes are not paid directly to the province. The two mining corporations, like many others around the country, have principal offices in the city of Makati, a setup that makes Makati the prime mining tax beneficiary. The presence of Baguio City in Benguet draws a large number of tourists from the lowlands. Often, people who go to Baguio also explore the province, especially the strawberry and vegetable plantations in La Trinidad. Accommodations is sparse in the province of Benguet. This is why many tourists opt to stay at different hotels in Baguio City, whereby Baguio City will be their starting point to their Benguet adventure. Education, universities. The Benguet State University is the only university in the province, with its main campus at La Trinidad. It has 8 colleges, 2 academic institutes, and a graduate school. The university has 2 satellite campuses in 2 municipalities. The Baguias campus at Baguias, and the Benguet campus at Benguet. Colleges, high schools. Benguet is home to the Cordillera Regional Science High School. Tourist attractions. The province is a major tourist destination in the country, with most of its tourist spots centered on culture and nature. Baguio City's location within the province provides a boost to the tourism industry of the province. Some of the interesting places near Baguio City are Kenan Road, Benguet Hydroelectric Plant, Strawberry and Flower Farms in La Trinidad, the Mbuklay Dam in Benguet, and the Palina and Nagi Rice Terraces in Atk. Aside from these, Tuba and Tublay hot springs are usually flocked by local tourists from the neighboring provinces. A good view of vegetable terraces can be seen from the Halsema Highway, especially during the growing season, while the mist-covered Manasok River is another destination. Cagayan is known for its centuries-old mummies, while Baguias is visited for its hot springs and the Apuano. But aside from these, there are lots of tourist attractions but kept private by the citizens to avoid exploitations of these heritage. References. External links. The official website of the provincial government of Benguet, 2007 Philippine census information.